It's the 21st day, guys. 3 weeks of one video every day, and the Be Productive series is just going strong and hopefully also just getting started. Chalo, today what I want to talk with you guys is something which is very important. It's called as habits, and what I'm going to talk about today is what are habits, how do we form habits, why are habits important, and everything about habits. So let's get started. Hello everyone, I am Ajinkya and you're watching to the Be Productive series, where I make one video every day to help you to be more productive and help you to be better versions of yourself. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel already, go ahead and click subscribe so that you can keep on receiving updates about every new video that comes in. Chalo, let's go on and start talking about habits. Now, what is habits? Habits is something which is a repetitive behavior which can happen unconsciously. For example, when you drive from your home to work or from your work to home, you do not need to very consciously put in efforts, right? So that is what is something that is what is habit. But habit is something which is a very integral part of our lives. You see, there have been reports which say that close to 45% of the tasks that we do every day are in form of habits. What that means is almost half of the things that we do every day are in a way repetitive nature, and in a way we do them subconsciously. We do not have to put in conscious efforts. Now, how are habits formed? Now, if you look at how our brain works, our brain is really a fantastic organ. It's only 2% by body weight, but uses close to 20% of our body energy, if you talk in terms of energy consumption. And to put your brain on an energy save mode for the things that you keep on doing repeatedly, brain makes strong bonds between its brain cells, and that is how your habits get formed. For example, let us say that I am making this video today. Now, the first time I make this video, it's a new task. It's something which is totally different for me. Now, my brain is going to struggle with it, but it is going to form some kind of connections in my brain. It is going to get some brain cells connected. But if I keep on doing that every day, again and again and again, it is those bonds are going to become stronger and stronger and stronger. And the reason why brain does this is because it will gradually then start saving energy that is needed to do that particular task. So that is why brain actually goes ahead and forms habits, and otherwise also called as something called as muscle memory. Now, what is muscle memory? Muscle memory is something which does not require a very conscious effort. So that is how habits are formed. Now, this is the 21st day, and one of the strongest numbers that you will hear about forming habits is do something for 21 days and it becomes a habit, and then do something for 90 days and it becomes a lifestyle. Now, I don't know how exactly this 21 days is true. That this notion started somewhere in 1950s, wherein there was a book which said a minimum of 21 days are required to form a habit, and gradually we took out the minimum part and then we kept with the 21 days part. But even then, I feel 21 days is a good amount of time to start doing something, to get used to something, to have some kind of habit formed at the back of your brain. But a lot of recent research suggests that this time can anywhere range between 18 days to 60 odd days, depending on person to person, depending on how well or how interested you are in the work, right? So a lot of different factors come into it, but the 90-day thing, I think I am quite sure that if you do something for 90 days, it is really going to become a lifestyle. Now, what do I mean when I say lifestyle? I mean, if you don't do that task for one of the days, you are going to feel kind of something missing in your life, and that is what I call as lifestyle. And I'm quite sure that if you do something for 90 odd days, you should be able to form it in a lifestyle form. But having said that, habits can be both good or bad. Now, a habit is something which goes in a circle wherein you get a cue, and then you do some action, and then you get rewarded. Now, this reward is of course generally in the form of dopamine in your brain. But what that also means is that habits can be negative, and when a habit is negative, we call it an addiction. For example, smoking, for example, drinking, for example, watching your mobile phones for long hours, for example, binge watching, for example, watching a lot of movies, Instagram or something of that sort. It is again an habit, but it is on a negative side. So that is when a habit is called as addiction. That is not somewhere where we want to go. We want to build positive, life-changing habits in ourselves, which can really get us to closer to our goals, closer to our life ambitions, closer to places where we have always aspired to be, right? So it is very important that you make conscious efforts every day, and you make this as a kind of habit, so that you make this repeated, so that it gradually becomes a habit and you get better at doing whatever that you want to do. So do tell me, when is it that if you have had some bad habits or some addictions which you have been able to overcome by consciously taking efforts towards it, by consciously trying to go about it. And also tell me if you have been able to bring in and have some kind of positive habits in your life, set into your life by consciously doing them again and again and again. And do tell me how important habits are for you. That was my little gyan for today. We are of course meeting again tomorrow. Till then, tada, bye bye, sayonara.